Very close by. I'm born and raised in like Canarsie. Grew up in Bay Ridge, Bensonhurst. But for a good 18 years of the first 18 years of my life, I was in Canarsie, Brooklyn, which resembles this neighborhood
a lot.
Yes, it's
I dated a guy years ago from Canarsie.
Yeah. So I mean, it's so I feel like at home here. You know, this is part where I grew up. So. I lived downtown Jersey City. I was attracted to the lease rates that they had there at the time.
And that was around what year?
1998.
Okay.
I worked in the hotel business. So to hop on the PATH train to 33rd Street, and my hotel that I worked at was right down the block, was very convenient. And again, the rates for leasing at that time, I had a nice railroad one-bedroom apartment, and it was really inexpensive compared to New York City prices.
About how much, let's say?
It was $500.
And then at that time, the PATH was $1 each way.
And $1, yeah. So it was even, and I worked for New York City Transit Authority, so I at that time, the rate for the PATH train was cheaper than it was for New York City Transit, so.
That was nice. So what attracted you to Greenville? What was your attraction? What made you consider Greenville? Was it just that the housing was just fit your budget? Was it certain aspects and character of the community that made you consider?
There were quite a few. Number one, the light rail right around the corner, a pure gem, always reliable. Even during bad weather, it always runs. The houses are separated from each other. I love that there was parking, and it's a quiet block. It's a cul-de-sac. Basically what really attracted me to this was the area was quiet, family oriented. No trendy bars or clubs in the area that attract riffraff that I just try and avoid. And basically very affordable. I mean, even today, still affordable. For the same price, you can have a home like this. Maybe you'll pay the same rate downtown for a 2-bedroom apartment, and you'll be squeezed in. No room for growth. So, I have the deck as well, which is another perk. So in the summertime, I'll have a party or two. Friends gather. I love to grill, so my grill's back there, my smoker's back there. And I saw a lot of potential with the space when I came into the house.
And roughly, what would you say a buyer for a buyer to consider coming up here? What would they roughly look for paying for a mortgage for a house of this sort?
I actually just refinanced, so this is the perfect question. I can answer this. I just got an appraisal done, and the rate currently in this area would be at 179. So. With that in mind, and a 4.7 rate that the government is offering with FHA and Fannie Mae, with the unemployment rates being so high, the government is practically giving these loans away now. So it's easy to refinance or purchase, and I did this like within 2 weeks it was done. And you will pay with taxes and escrow, everything included, approximately $1,600 per month.
House, and this is how many bedrooms?
This is 3 bedrooms.
You got a 3-bedroom home with a deck.
Yes.
For roughly $180,000.
That's correct.
And for a monthly mortgage payment of $1,600 or less.
Actually, correct.
You can't beat that anywhere in New Jersey.
Oh, no. And then be this close to New York City.
And you are 1 block away from the light rail.
That is correct. Don't even have to cross the street. Walk around the corner.
Some of the things that started to turn you off about downtown.
Overcrowding. No parking. Very expensive. Even the Korean delis, you'd walk in, you'd spend $4 for a banana. I mean, that's a little, outrageous. I know. I'm just putting it, making a euphemism, but it's really. It just became. I mean, I like the fact that it became trendy. I love the fact that it's attractive to a lot of people. But for me, per se, who's on an average budget with an average income, That's a little bit out of my league. I'm not looking to live that kind of lifestyle. I like the quiet. I want my space. I want room to grow, and that I have done in the past 10 years in this house.
What are some of the things that you would like to see come to Greenville?
Well, I would definitely like to see a few more small business owners open up some, like a little vegetable stand, perhaps, produce stand, maybe a few more restaurants, small restaurants that aren't chained, and because we have those very close by. You just drive on 440 about 5 minutes, and you have the Bayonne crossing, and you have the Stop and Shop shopping plaza there, and there's some chain restaurants and movie theaters there. So just some more small stores that will cater to our community and the needs of this community would be nice.
And what do you think the needs of the community are?
Well, for example, being the weather as it is, it would be nice to have a hardware store here. So this way I could walk down the block, grab some salt, come back, and just put it on the sidewalk. So a hardware store would be nice. Again, some little markets, where a meat market maybe, or a bakery would be great.
We just got one that opened up on Ocean Avenue.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Right next door to me.
Okay.
What are some of the things that happen downtown that you don't want to see happen in Greenville?
Let's see. I would say the overcrowding, but I don't see a potential for overcrowding here, considering there's no major big apartment building or dwellings that they're developing or planning to develop, and the high cost of living, basically. Keep this neighborhood affordable for middle to low income families, so that they can survive and be able to provide, And I love the fact that we have parks and recreation here as well. We have the pool nearby. We have the Bayside Park here with the tennis courts, a beautiful thing. We have these phenomenal views of the harbor and of the Statue of Liberty. I would love to see a ferry service available, even if it's during rush hours, to help alleviate the commute time and the congestion, because the PATH train is severely congested. To have a ferry service perhaps by Port Liberty here or somewhere in Liberty State Park that will take you, if not to 69th Street here in Brooklyn, which would be the closest point from here, to say downtown Manhattan, say Pier 11. That would really reduce congestion as well on both the light rail and on the PATH train, which we could use. And if it could cut your commute time in half, it's even better. Yeah. So that would be nice.
You're the white brother uptown living in Greenville.
Yeah, I am from the projects in Brooklyn.
Okay, you're from the projects in Brooklyn. So you're a real brother.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so what were some of your difficulties, or did you have any difficulties, or did you even find it difficult?
No,
in living up here?
Not at all. I mean, I was accepted from day one. Neighbors came, knocked on the door, especially Karen next door. We get along very well. Even around the corner at the train station, never any issues walking. So I say hello to everybody. Everybody in this area knows who I am. It's like, but it's hi, how are you? Do you need anything? It's civil. It's not like major friendship kind of, like where we know each other for years and we go out every Friday night. It's just a basic neighborly friendship that we have, which is very nice. That it's nice to know that your neighbor, will reach out and say, hey, do you need anything from the store? I'm going to, shop right.
Okay.
And again, they help. We all help pitch in and help each other with the shoveling outside and the salt. We extend our property lines over to assist each neighbor with the shoveling and the salting. That's a big perk. I never saw that in Brooklyn. So,
You've been here for 10 years.
That's
before
correct.
You saw even the small amounts of change start to come. You were here for the really minute little changes happening in the community.
Yes.
So that's nice.
Yeah. It's the enhanced service on the light rail, the renovation of the park, the streets being repaved, the traffic light that just went up 2 blocks away on Garfield Avenue. There's been a lot of changes in the last 10 years. Good change.
Now I want to take some pictures, some
Okay,
stills.
thank you.
Thank you.
No